I picked up my kids from my mother's house, my 6-year-old said, "Grandma says you're not our real mommy." My daughter Lily was crying, and my 4-year-old son James was holding her hand looking confused, while my mother stood behind them with that satisfied smile she always had when she'd done something cruel. "What did you tell them?" I knelt down to hug my kids, but Lily pulled away from me. "Grandma showed us pictures of our other mommy, the one who made us in her tummy. She said that's our real mommy, not you." My mother crossed her arms looking proud of herself. "They deserve to know the truth. You've been lying to them for years." I had never lied to my children. We'd planned to tell them about their adoption when they were old enough to understand it properly with the help of a child psychologist who specialized in adoption. They knew they were special and chosen, but the full details were supposed to come later. "Mom, you had no right." She laughed and it was sharp. "No right? I'm their grandmother. Their only real blood relative in this family since you couldn't have children of your own." She said it loud enough for the kids to hear. James looked up at me. "Are we not your kids?" His voice was so small and broken I wanted to scream at my mother, but I had to stay calm for them. "You are absolutely my kids, forever and always." My mother scoffed. "See? More lies. Their real mother is Ashley Summers. She's in prison for drugs, but she's still their biological mother. That's science. You're just a woman with legal papers." She'd looked up their birth mother. She'd actually researched my children's history without my permission. "How did you even find that information?" My mother pulled out her phone showing a file she'd made. "Private investigator. Cost me $3,000, but worth it to know who my grandchildren really are." She'd hired someone to dig into my children's past. "Look, I even found their birth father. He's in jail too. Theft and assault. Your kids come from criminals, but you pretend they're perfect." Lily was sobbing now. "Our first mommy is in jail?" My mother nodded eagerly. "For selling drugs. And your birth daddy hurt people. That's why you ended up in foster care. Because your real parents were bad people." I stood up, shaking with rage. "Get your things, kids. We're leaving." But my mother grabbed James's arm. "They should stay with me. I'm their real family. Blood family. You're just playing house with other people's children." James tried to pull away, but she held tight. "Grandma, you're hurting me." I removed her hand from my son. "Don't touch my children again." She laughed. "Your children? You mean Ashley's children that you bought because your broken body couldn't make any?" That's when I realized she'd been planning this. She'd waited until she was babysitting to destroy my children's sense of security. "You've been poisoning them against me." She shrugged. "I've been educating them. They should know their real heritage, not this fantasy you've created where you're their mother." Lily looked at me with huge tears. "If you're not our real mommy, do we have to leave?" My mother answered before I could. "Maybe someday your real mommy will get out of jail and want you back. Then you'll have to go with her because she made you." James started crying too. "I don't want to go to jail, mommy." My mother had made them think their birth parents would come take them to prison. "Nobody is taking you anywhere. You're my kids. We're a family." My mother pulled out more papers. "Look, I printed their real birth certificates. See? Different last names. You're not even on them." She was showing my traumatized children documents that proved in her mind that I wasn't their mother. "Their real names are Madison and Tyler. You even stole their names from them." We'd changed their names because their birth mother had named them after drugs. She'd literally named them after her favorite pills. But my mother didn't mention that part. "Kids, get in the car. Now." I picked up James and took Lily's hand. My mother followed us. "Running away with the truth? Typical. You always were weak. Couldn't even have a baby like a real woman." I put my kids in their car seats while she kept talking. "I have grandparents' rights. I'll take you to court. Those kids need to know their real family." I turned to face her. "Their real family is the people who love them, who adopted them, who raises them every day." She smirked. "Blood is blood. You can't change DNA. They'll always be Ashley and Jerome's kids. You're just a long-term babysitter." We drove home with both kids crying. I called my husband Daniel, who left work immediately. Then I called the child psychologist we'd been planning to work with. She did an emergency session that night. The damage my mother had done in one afternoon took months to undo. Lily had nightmares about being taken to jail. James started asking every day if he was really ours. They both became terrified that their birth parents would come steal them. The psychologist said my mother had traumatized them with information they weren't developmentally ready to process. We filed a restraining order.